Well, hello friends. I am out of quarantine and it feels so good. I did not expect, it was a learning experience. Let's just put it at that. And we just came back from E-Mart, which is like a big Target. And I want to share with you a little bit about that experience. So I'm back in 402, my apartment, and I want to show you my loot here. So I'm going to unpack it right here in front of you. First off, after the store experience, yes, I had a mocha from Starbucks. I don't know what it cost, and the app on my phone didn't work, but we figured out a way. There were 3 of us, along with a taxi driver. Right now, you're not allowed to have groups of more than 4, so rather than go on the bus altogether, they took us on individual taxis, 4 in a taxi, and we had about 3 taxis. There's about 9 new teachers. All right, so here's the unboxing. So first I got an extension cord because I have some electronic stuff here, and I had to leave my phone charger and such at home. I've actually not had anything to drink and no caffeine for 2 weeks. So I bought a couple beers along with it. There's my very exciting measuring cup. Even though the humidity is really high, I find my skin kind of dry. Hanger, break, some peppers. I have still a lot of food. Just basic things, you guys. A spatula, some onions. Reed, I'm thinking about you when I buy the onions. So I needed measuring cups, didn't have those. There's a charger for all the USB items, a little bike lock. So it's pretty safe. So I bought a small lock, basically just to secure things. Something to trim my hair with, specifically beard, measuring cups. Hey, this is going to be nice. Right now, this is to put some pictures on the wall. And if you look around, there's nothing on the walls. But I have my artwork from my daughter, or perhaps these posters. And I think I need to beautify the place a little bit. Oh, big news. I drove my car in the parking lot. I have the keys to it. It's a little white morning. So that's my life. Out of quarantine, I have had 3 COVID tests in 16 days. 1 in the US before getting on the plane, 1 after arriving at the airport in Jeju, 1 yesterday. And the good news is, of course, they all came back negative. So I'm allowed to wander freely the streets. All right, so thanks for joining me in my loot. I did not buy nearly as much as most people, but I don't want to suddenly get all this stuff. I want to think about each purchase and just get what I need and live a simple, good life. So that's it for now. It is Saturday morning, and I thought I should show you outside my apartment so you can kind of picture that. I had a couple pieces of French toast, just talked with Elise on the phone. Those are all good things. I've used 3 different methods of transportation since I've gotten out of quarantine. I took a big walk, 3.5 miles the first night, and it took me over an hour, and I'll show you some of what I see when I do that. And then I drove to school yesterday. Yesterday was the first day of work, meaning going to the high school. And I'm going to take a ride back up there too and take you along with me today on that. And then last night I thought I could ride my bike down into the closest town, which is called Moseopu. It's a fishing village, I'm told. And I experienced that. I'm not going to ride back down there. We'll visit there a different day. But I used my bike. So I'm in my place. I'm going to head out to the GEC, Global Education Community. Talk more about that. It's where I work. And on my bike, we'll do this. And there it is, transportation. I bought this little combination lock, but I asked the guy by the picnic tables, would my bike be okay for 5 minutes? He goes, yeah, you could probably leave it there for a year and no one would move it. So that's just how safe it is here. I took my light, which was back here, and it kept down, moved it up here. So hopefully that works a little bit better. So I probably won't be storing my bike in my apartment all the time, but I'm still American, right? I'm still like, someone's going to steal it. So it's up here, and I made a couple changes, but it's great to have it here. I should show you this. It got dark. It gets dark earlier than Oregon. And I never installed these because of the weight. It uses 3 AAA batteries. But look at that. Or I put them on solid, and when my wheel spins, they show up good. And I'm so glad I had those last night, because I went down to Moseopu. I found the open air market. They call it the 5-day market because every 5 days merchants come in. We'll visit there one day. And then I found the Baskin Robbins, had the strawberry cone, single scoop. These are all little victories, you guys. I ordered it in, not Korean, but I got what I wanted. And then on my way back, there was a grocery store, and I thought, no one's bringing me lunch and dinner. I need to get a few more groceries. So, which reminds me, I need to bring my pannier with me just in case. You never know what you're gonna find. And got dark. And so with the lights and my flashing, yes, Doug, I need to get one for my handlebars. I felt pretty safe coming back. There's practically no traffic. So come with me today on a little bike ride. It's 85 degrees, 76% humidity, which makes it feel like 95 degrees. It's been about in the mid 80s, but boy, the humidity has actually been up 95%, 96%. So I wear a shirt once and then I put it in the wash, and maybe my body will get more used to it. So the days are beautiful. The humidity is really high, which just makes it seem warmer than it actually is. Okay, let's go on a little ride. So one of the things I'm getting used to is going out without any keys, because my door is just a combination lock here. So you enter the right code and in you go. And this is a little camera so I can see people. There's a set inside. Okay, and here's where the other camera is. We're in the lobby. And I can see that when someone comes, they ring the bell. So one of those is my mailbox. Welcome outside to the KIS Village. I think my first stop, I'm just gonna walk down to the picnic tables. So this is a kind of a commons area. So check this out. Seashells on the wall. This is our recycling area. They recycle a ton. The food waste goes in one, plastics in another, paper in another, cans in a third. It's like Washington County where I live, but instead of mixed recycling, you have to separate it all. So there's a barbecue here. This is kind of a commons area, and people have been putting things out that you might need. So I saw some coasters here, and I'm gonna grab the rest of these. So I've been adding to my stuff. So I'm trying to be really intentional with gathering stuff. I just went through this huge process of getting rid of stuff, garage sales and all that. But now I'm in the process of gathering stuff again. I was told we have 2 gardens areas, so let's just see. This must be the second garden area. So I see lettuce. People are growing lettuce. So read, this looks like cabbage, mint, tomatoes, squash. It's going to be warm today. More tomatoes. We have a constitution here in the village. There's building number 1. Oh, they've been trimming these trees today. And so, you know, neighborhood agreements, quiet hours. There's a representative. We met him. He told us about our recycling. And you can ask to have one of these plots. So check out this cute little car, Damas. So maybe more family. There's your bigger Kia van. All right, so I'm gonna put myself on my bike and take off. This is Sherry. Say hi, Sherry.
Hello.
So, and she reminds me I forgot a mask. So I'm gonna walk back and get a mask to deal with masks. See ya. So there's a couple new teachers headed off to Moseupo in one of the vans. Notice the driver's wearing the mask, you know. So there are no mask mandates. There's no law that says you have to wear a mask, but it's extremely rude if you don't. It's just not done. So I don't need to when I'm riding my bike. But like you'll see, there's our gardeners, and he's got one, but it's pulled down right now. You know, it's a warm day. So no debate in Korea over masks or not. It's a much more homogeneous society. Again, I'm reading this Korean Mind. There's been a lot of conflict in this country that's united them. You know, they've been conquered by the Chinese, been conquered by the Japanese, been conquered, you go before that, by the Mongols. I'm learning a lot. It's pretty interesting. Here, I'll just show you this. Let's see. Emergency alert. Gosh, when we get one of these in the United States, maybe one a month, if even that. I get 3 a day here in Korea. This one, I will use an app to translate. I'll take a screenshot. I'll do that right now. And then I bring it into Google Translate, and I import that picture, and it takes a picture. It translates it for me. Let me just save the image. Village. Building 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I'm down there in 3. And then that low building beyond it actually has a gym, a very complete weight room and gym. We can go there. So I'm going to ride up here, hill. The school's up the hill, and get to the village. I don't think I'll be able to keep the camera running while I'm riding, because I'm going to be looking at my phone, which is kind of bouncing around in my front pack there. But welcome to outside in Korea. Go. Okay, well, I've been riding 10 minutes or so uphill, and I got lost, but I found my way to a road that I do know. I think there's a big circle road That circles again is called the GEC, Global Education Community. I'm going to try to talk and write a little bit here. So I'm on a big sidewalk here, and this is one of the 4 schools called St. Johnsbury Academy, JU. Yeah, I think that's the road I was supposed to come out on. I think it's from a curriculum, a private school based in the East Coast, Vermont, perhaps. Maybe Dan Love knows it. But that's the campus there. And, oh, I see Global Academy Dreamtown down the way. So my goal today is to just explore this area. I drove up this road, and cycling is so different than driving in what you can take in. It's like my brain can take it in at a cycling pace so much better than a driving pace, especially when I'm driving a new car for the first time in a new country. So I'm just going to hold the camera and ride. Here we are. This is where I will enter. Gate 2. St. Johnsbury's got a welcome. So St. Johnsbury is just to the west of KIS. Oh, more nice signage. This pitch or soccer field. So looking through the fence, that's the high school. I got an ID yesterday. I don't have it with me. We'll do a school tour later. I'm exploring the greater community. This is all part of our campus. The white building there, the elementary school, and that archway is how you walk from the high school to the elementary school if you want. And then this impressive gold structure is the middle school. And more thoughts on the actual facility and building, future time. There's a really big playing field. I guess the turf needs to be replaced, so it's closed. Here's where I parked yesterday, and I'm just going to explore this area. So welcome to the Global Education Community, KIS. You can see the American, Korean, and the school flags. These are the middle school fields. So I've been riding just a few more minutes across the front of the school. There's some local businesses. Nice to see you. That's like a 7-Eleven. Fitness, Paris Baguette. I think it was a pastry shop. Now look at IBAP, MYP, IGCSE. That's British. So for you educators out there. And here's one of the third school I've come across. It is called Bransom Hall. I'll hold my camera up. Bransom Hall, Asia. I believe it's Canadian. I also believe it's all girls school. So check out the lineup at the Starbucks here. There's no drive-through. And also check out the cars. Couple BMWs, mom getting her coffee, and this is a Bransom Hall. So here's one of the circle roads. Greatly disappointed to learn that my Starbucks app doesn't work here in Korea, so I've got $40 of credit sitting in Starbucks. Oh well, hopefully it'll be there in a couple years. Okay, well, it's still me. The camera, my battery died on the GoPro. So over that overpass, here's what I came on. And this is the 4th school. North London Collegiate School, NLCS. students live in, and I think parents or staff as well, in this area called the Cannons. So this is a British curriculum, I believe. Maybe it's IB. I don't know. I have to go on the website and research. But I'm learning a lot, acclimating myself, finding my bearings. And LCS. So I'm still out riding, but I sought shelter here because look what's happening out there. Yeah. It's gonna pour. I can see blue skies, so I'm just gonna hang out here for 5 minutes, hope it blows past, and keep exploring. I'm also looking for lunch. It's 12 o'clock and I'm kind of hungry. Hey guys, well it's Saturday, August 14th, and I took that bike ride a week ago. A lot has happened, but these videos are going to be about a week behind, I think, real time. And if you made it this far, congratulations. You've seen my outside world. Since then, I've had 5 days of work. I had a really nice brunch, and the adventure continues. But I'm just going to sign off and say, see you next time. Ciao.